over the edge. Feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello. Just had to get to that. So,
All right, everybody. Welcome into Real Talk with Spoon and Pudding. I know it's been a little while.
a lot of miscommunications on.
We went away. I've been dealing with a lot of health problems, physically and mentally, and then
That ain't, well, I mean,
me and
you've
him
been staying up.
miscommunicating.
You've been staying up till 3 a.m. eating Cheetos and playing video games.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I don't eat Cheetos.
Okay, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, a little bit there, maybe some cheese balls, but not cheese puffs.
Okay, well, whatever. Still, you're staying up too late sometimes. Oh, 6 days a week of work kind of drains on you. Anyhow,
I understand. I've got over time. I've got a lot of messages of people saying they missed us, and people comment when I see them out. But I'm sure the majority don't miss us. But here we are anyway.
oh well. So, what's going on with you? You've been wanting this reconnected. It actually got disconnected.
Yeah, I was going to do just some ones here and there, but being you had control of it and you didn't have time to reconnect it, so I had to wait. But
oh, it's connected now.
Yep, we're connected now. So the main things I've been wanting to talk about was me and you called it a while back that Biden would not be running in this election, but I think he was on the same page as me. I thought it was going to be Michelle Obama
I didn't think they was stupid enough to try to run Kamala, but I've recently a mutual friend, you know who he is. I'm not going to mention him. He got me hooked on a new podcast, and I sent it to you the other day. Did you get a chance to watch it or no?
The Odyssey one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
No.
Every time I clicked on it, it said it wanted me to download, and I was like,
well, you just need to follow to the website and then watch his stuff that way. But I'm with him 100%. I ain't voting. You can't convince me otherwise. It makes a difference. You're going to get the same old thing.
Well, I hate the Democrats and the Republicans equally. And hate's a strong word, but for 150 years or more, they've destroyed our country. But we don't have any good candidates. RFK, he turned into be kind of a loony, and he figured out how hard it was to get on the ballot. So now he dropped out and supporting Trump. Libertarian, like you said, there's no good guy there. And I hate to say this, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm almost might have to lean towards and vote for Trump just to keep the Democrats out, because if they get back in there, there's so many of those far left Democrats.
But I'm going to tell you is
some of that stuff they want to pass is just.
I don't know, man. I think that you could find plenty of more things to do with 2 hours of your day that would just make you more happy, truthfully, than wasting your time voting on.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, it doesn't matter in this state. The state's going red either way, so it doesn't matter if we.
No, I mean, this state's going red. We already know that. Even if it was going to go blue, who gives it? Maybe the definition of remission for cancer is it's not growing, and that's what like I agree with the guy I listened to. Trump is just not growing cancer and considered remission. It's still just going to pick right up once he's out. I don't even know if you could say.
Well, just like I posted earlier, there's a picture that says the R and a D. You're in a cult. You're in a cult, and it says they're in the same cult.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter which one you get. It's
memes aren't gonna fix any of this. It's still not worried about it. So, I need to just cheer up and have fun and just take the hour, 2 hours, whatever it's going to cost you to vote, and just save your time. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I can't vote in the city election, so you want to go ahead and talk about your well, move to it. You're on the ballot, ain't you?
Yeah, well, like I said, like you were saying, you can go vote. I'm in the city.
I'm
so
not going to vote, and I can't vote for you. I'm just in the county, and I don't really. I mean, at least the county's a little more or a little less corrupt, I think, than Portland.
No.
We got a sheriff who's at least the head law enforcement in my county is at least accountable to the voters. The
Who's
chief
Sonny?
of police, whoever, yeah, he's accountable to the voters. They can kick him out.
Well, Sonny passed away, and they reelected another one, Craddock. But
I don't.
yeah,
See, that's how much I pay attention.
the county he's just as corrupt as the city is. But
Yeah, but your city police. Did you see? So what was that Millersville shit that you was posting about the other day?
where they TBI,
TBI, yeah.
raided the police department and the former police chief. But I mean, Portland's probably far more corrupt than Millersville is. But they got so much connections with the county, and the county's corrupt that they protect each other. So it's going to be it's going to have to take a whole lot of people pushing before the TBI ever got involved and come in here and actually done something. And your former police chief now works for the TBI, so there's connection there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is the mayor's the only one with control over the police chief, and he's kind of like mob style.
The biggest mistake they made was it last year? 2 or 3 years ago when they voted to give the mayor total control of hiring and firing and all that. That was a big mistake. I don't know why they did that. Who in the right mind would give one person control when you're a 7-person council body? It's beyond me. I don't know. But anyway, he was speaking on, I'm running for city council this year, and most people know I ran for mayor 2 years ago. Got my name out there. I think I've done pretty good for never running for anything, and getting nearly right at 20% of the vote for first time on the ballot. So this year I'm going for city council, and so even if I don't vote for resident, I still got to go vote for myself.
Well, I mean, you could leave that blank or write in like I said, I mean, JFK. It's easy, just three letters, JFK, and then just send it. Yeah, you still write it in there, even though he's a Fruit Loop and he's not going to,
Well, we got six running for 4 spots. Jody McDowell's seat's open, but he'll probably get his back. Brian Woodall's is open. People think he'll get his back, and then you got Thomas's old seat where Latoya took his seat. She's running again. Penny Barnes is not running; her seat's up. She's on the school board now. So, you got the Ellis. I think Toby Ellis's son. He's running, and some Tooker feller who sits on the city council, who's one of the mayor's right hand man. So they probably got it all sewn up too. 2 years ago they done everything in their power to keep Dual Scruggs off the city council, and I would say they're going to work just as hard this time around to keep me off the city council. And then they'll have all their people wrapped up in there, the yes people and the people who gain from the way they want to vote. They need more people like me who has nothing to gain from it, is actually there wanting to do what's right for the people. But I don't know. It's probably not going to happen, but we'll just have to wait to see for November 5th.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, you have to go, at least vote for yourself. Mm-hmm. Whatever else anybody.
I'm not voting for anybody else. I vote for myself.
Me, I'm just, as far as I'm concerned, I just kind of just feel like I'd just rather stay home and I don't know, maybe mow my grass or something,
I don't think you'd be mowing your grass.
Well, maybe not. It might be a little cold. I might maybe I'll go outside and target practice while other people are wasting their day away doing something that they, that was why I sent it to you, because he had a great analogy and he was talking about it. That was why I was hoping you would watch it, because that Saturday night show was great. done these. He was talking about goalies, okay, and playing soccer, and they've done studies on when a penalty kick is kicked at the goal, where is it most probable to get in the goal? Do you know the answer?
Away from the goalie, probably straight, because the goalie's going to go
straight down the middle.
Yeah.
Straight down the middle. And what he said is, he said people are forced into an action. And it was good how he talked about this. It was kind of nice. I like the analogy. He said the goalie, before he knows which way the ball's going, will instinctively make a dash to the right or left. It's just instinctive. It's like, I got to go this way or I got to go that way. And generally speaking, probability of getting in the goal is just kick the ball straight at his ass, and right down the center. And that's the thing with voting. You're gonna run out and you're gonna be like, oh, I got to vote right or I got to vote left. And no, just save your damn time, enjoy your life, cheer up, realize that we're on you want a slow train to hell or a fast train to hell? Which one do you want? I mean, I don't know. There's been so much come out lately, and the 9/11 coming up, which is why I titled this, because I don't even remember what episode we were on. I didn't want to look back. I was like, whatever. This has kind of been like has it been 3 months, 4 months or something?
I think it's been since middle of May when we.
Yeah. So, I mean, 9/11's tomorrow. That was took me a couple years to realize that one. What happened, and how do you feel about
one of the biggest government conspiracies of all time. That's the way I feel about it. It was pre-planned, just like the Titanic. Everybody believes the story of the Titanic when there's two separate ships. And the sinking of the Titanic, you got the Federal Reserve, Chase Morgan and all the big 1%ers who wanted the Federal Reserve. They got it. They were supposed to be on the so-called Titanic. I think the other ship was the Olympic or Olympia, or I don't know. Anyway, they got off at the last minute because all your top 1%ers, even the ones that were challenging the federal bank, the ones that were supposed to died from the sinking of the Titanic. And then the ones that wanted the Federal Reserve, of course, they wasn't on it, even though they were supposed to be on it because it was pre-planned. Same thing with the 9/11. Unfortunately,
the conspiracy. I would like to. I wonder if I can find them texts. I don't know if they're out there.
I mean,
I've heard the rumor that certain Jewish people got texts not to go to work that day, and recently that was another one. Did I send you the video on the USS Liberty?
Well, only half of the building employees were there that day. It's unfortunate that how many innocent people had to die, and the firefighters and police and people tried to rescue. But it was all set up and staged by your government. And if you don't believe that, I'm sorry. If you do enough research, you'll probably lean more that way. It was all set up so that, for one, you get the Patriot Act out of it. They took more freedoms and liberty from you, and then they had people, sitting back going, yes, we need that. For our own safety. They try to keep people scared and in fear, and they one at a time slowly take your freedoms and liberties from you so you don't notice, and then before you know it, hopefully it won't happen when we're alive. You'll be like the 1930s and 40s. You'll be in concentration camps like the minorities were in Germany.
Snoop says it's false. I mean, my grandma was talking about that. And I heard that there are pictures of text message or something to Israelis to not go to.
They had the day before Rumsfeld was on.
Yeah. Oh no, it was
how many trees?
Almost 3 trillion that they were going to find in the books. And
then all of a sudden a plane that they never found hit the Pentagon and all the papers destroyed. And all
the big engines burned up and evaporated into the hot, smoldering fire of the Pentagon, but they identified bodies by. They identified bodies. The bodies didn't burn up, but
there was no plane, there was no black box, there was no engines, but they had bodies.
Nothing survived but for cookable flesh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
and passports of the so-called
The people that were flying it,
terrorists,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
so-called terrorists. Yeah. and people eat the shit up. Like, yep.
man.
I believe everything.
Oh yeah, I love bend over and let me just suckle that right out of here. Yeah.
They don't even take any lube, do they? They just bend over. No lube.
Well, it is. I mean, like I said, I would love to find them, but that was a rumor. I don't know. Like after the USS Liberty and Johnson and all that stuff that went on back then. But hey, Trump, he's going to do everything. He's going to fix everything for everybody. All he had to do with the JFK files was absolutely nothing. But then he hit them. He re-hit them. I mean, he didn't have to do anything. Then he hit them. Executive privilege, got to hide them. A lot of people, like I said, recently I've heard a lot more about Mossad and Israel did that to JFK to put Johnson in. And then Johnson was with the Israelis on the USS Liberty and trying to sink it. American ship in the Gulf over there was attacked by Israeli, planes or, jet fighters.
Well, if you think the government and Johnson didn't assassinate Kennedy to put him in for their benefit.
Nixon said that Nixon tapes have said he told somebody, who was it he told? Was it Oliver Stone or somebody? He told him that, he said Johnson killed Kennedy. Johnson did it and he had help with other people. I also heard that Jack Ruby's real last name was Rubenstein. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so Rubenstein. Sounds Jewish.
Who was the head of the FBI or the CIA when Kennedy was assassinated?
Well, the Rothschilds. I've always known the Rothschilds, which
George
are the
Bush.
biggest. Well, huh?
George Bush.
What about him?
He was
CIA. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
when Kennedy was assassinated.
Who's George Bush's? What George Bush's daddy was the head of in the 1930s and 40s?
George Senior's daddy.
Mm-hmm. He was the president of the German American Bank in New York.
That's real enlightening, ain't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, the real conspiracy that goes down is our mutual friend that has a freeze dryer says to us. He said that Hitler wasn't really after the Jews. He wasn't trying to kill the Jews. It was never wasn't. And if you think about the Holocaust, I watched that guy Lichter. I think I sent you that about the engineer Lichter who went through he took concrete samples out of Auschwitz where the supposed gas chambers were. This guy sent this stuff off to a lab and he told them there was a chemical spill and they didn't know what all chemicals, spilled here. And he wanted the lab to run a full battery to find out what they found on the concrete that he sent to them. Right. So they knew how to treat the chemical spill. And the lab didn't find any Zyklon B. There was none. So it wasn't a gas chamber is what he was saying.
Well, and I'm not so certain about the gas chambers, but our mutual
people died. Did people die? Sure.
Our mutual friend saying he wasn't after the Jews. He was after every minority. It looked like that way.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting though. I'm not saying that somebody didn't get a Walther P-38 or a Luger to the back of the head when they acted out in a prison camp. I didn't say that. Sure, a lot of them died, but 6 million, I don't know. I just don't know if I can buy it. And when you really think about the scale of that, and you start looking into it, and you start thinking, that's a lot of damn bodies. I mean, that's a lot. And then you start saying, well, I don't know. Yeah. And then we're all supposed to be sympathetic because we've been told this. And we're all supposed to say, oh, you poor people.
Well, I don't know if it was 6 million. I know it was a lot of people. I mean, I wasn't alive and I wasn't there. But history is only what they write in the books and they tell us, right? So,
well, history is told by the victor. That's the truth in the end. And a lot of people can sit around and say whatever they want, but
they could say it's 20 million and we wasn't there to prove it wrong. So, but
oh boy,
but to all the innocent people tomorrow, I think this is a big milestone because you got tonight, you got the debate between Trump and Harris, which it is what it is. It's going to be a lot better debate than it was with Trump and Biden. I can assure you that. And then tomorrow you got the anniversary of 9/11. So I would just like to
No, we've had so much go on. The whole
Oh, there's so much we could talk about. So much.
The near miss.
I think that's horseshit too, but we're not going to get into that right
I'm
now.
not even. There's so many ways that could go down, and
I just
I
want
don't.
to stretch my greatest
I'm
sympathy
just.
for everybody who lost their life on innocent people that lost their life on 9/11 that didn't have to.
A lot of people did that. I want the people on the USS Liberty that lost their lives to supposedly our best ally. You listen to a lot of people tell you that. Go into all kinds of conspiracies on the whole Trump shooting, or attempted assassination attempt. That was so, and it died out so fast. It really. Think about that though. The news cycle that we have, that just it sprung up and it was gone pretty quick. It's like nobody cares anymore.
Well,
it's just.
I hope everybody's learning from all this. Just like the last school shooter in Georgia, 14-year-old boy. AR style rifle, because it's never anything different. It's never a shotgun. It's never a handgun. It's always the first line. There's AR style.
Well, you can't say the Virginia Tech guy was handguns.
And his father, who bought him the rifle for his Christmas present. But the year earlier, the FBI had him.
Nope, he's on our radar.
So the classic line: anytime any school shooting takes place, whether you feel like it was staged or the government was behind it, their classic line is what?
No, he was on our radar.
They were always on their radar. He was on our radar. She was on our radar. They know it's coming. Most of the time, the FBI has already had them in custody in their hands, and they let them go. So they know what's going to happen. They do is the first two things that come out of Biden and Harris's mouth when they tweeted after this happened. Let me guess. Can you guess what they said?
We need some more gun control.
More gun control. More background, Pat. More background for people wanting to buy guns. Let's.
Well, on a Second Amendment victory was a Cargill v. Garland. Was it Garland? I think it was, or Carville v. Whichever, Dettelbach or Garland, whichever one. I think it was Garland. Bump stocks are back.
So
Supreme Court said, well, that thing you said about it's a machine gun. No, it's not a machine gun.
so wasn't it Trump that was trying to get rid of bump?
It was Trump that did that. Yeah, Trump.
So now when he gets back in there, he'll try it again, right?
No, he can't try it again. The Supreme Court smacked him down and said, "No, go away, Orange Man."
It only took 5 years, right?
Well, it took a while, but again, it wasn't a machine gun in the first place. Not sure if I believe it. That's what did the shooting in the first. Anyway, the guy was a millionaire with no background, and if y'all don't know, you can legally buy machine guns. It's not illegal to buy full auto machine guns. So the guy could have legally had a machine gun, but that doesn't do anything for the agenda. They're registered and they're transferable.
Right.
So doesn't help the agenda to ban those, but you could ban bump stocks and then start a slippery slope towards getting rid of other things. Right. That's why they do it. But
on another note, James Earl Jones, let's take a moment of silence.
Okay, whatever. 93. Somebody said, "Oh, he passed away at 93," and all I thought of was Larry the Cable Guy. Well, he had a wreck on his Harley. People, he was 93 years old. The cause of death ain't been released. He's 93.
Yeah. I'm just saying he's an icon, like
whatever.
As an actor, as a voice.
As a voice, I'd say.
Huh?
I'd say he's more of a voice.
Well, yeah, he was a good actor too, though.
I don't know. He stood around with his voice. Morgan Freeman. Well, he's a good actor.
I say don't talk bad about Morgan Freeman.
I'm not. I guess Morgan Freeman. Well, yes, and Miss Daisy. He can do something. He got into the old Holcomb.
Shawshank Redemption, good movie.
There was a joke about what was it? Alec Baldwin. He's always Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's kind of almost always Morgan Freeman.
Well, he's not
Denzel.
He's not Denzel Washington. Okay.
Denzel can change roles. we're going on all black guys, but
hey,
like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt can play multiple characters. He can do different voices.
My favorite athletes are black. My favorite actors are black. What can I say?
Oh yeah, you just want to watch them run around in their spandex, huh?
Hey,
Smack them on the ass.
Yep, that's right.
I got you, you homoerotic association. You, if you're found David Carradine in a closet,
I get
with a
mad.
football poster. in
I
front
get
of you.
I get mad when they make a big play and somebody don't slap on my ass. I'm like, smack Tyreek on the ass. What's wrong with you?
Whatever, man. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Ebony Ivory, man.
I just equal opportunity everybody.
Oh, whatever. I hate them. I hate all. But whatever. I'm just you go found with a belt around your neck. In Madden 2024 playing on the game console and your pecker in your hand.
It's EA College 25. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is. You know. You're like, oh, you know, some people watch Pornhub and you watch EA College.
You're too far out there, dude. Reel it back in. Reel it back in.
Reel it back in. Okay, all right. Sorry, I won't go on down that road. Anyway, I don't. When's the Gator game so we can see who wins another meal?
I don't know, but your Gators really, really suck. But that in years
I don't
past,
know. I
it
haven't
doesn't
watched.
matter.
Didn't matter with Tennessee. I don't know. We'll find out soon.
Well, the last three games, Tennessee's gave up what six points. They've won like 134-6 in last.
Are they
year.
already 3 games in? I don't know.
Well, we're counting the bowl game last year. 2 games in. 3rd game this week.
Oh, that's how bad. That's how much I pay attention to the college football. I got better things to do with my time. Sit out there and watch the leaves fall. Watch the leaves fall off the trees.
Nothing better in college football. Sorry.
It's commercialized now, man. You know, if everybody that played for Tennessee or played for Florida had to be from that same state, it might be more fun.
Why?
Because it would be.
It's not. That's how Hawaii is. They can only recruit within the state. That's why they're not very, very good.
But imagine you would know which state produces the best football players.
We already know that. You got Texas and Pennsylvania and Ohio and California.
Florida produces.
They're not in the top 5.
I think Florida produces. But no, you Tennessee. I bet you got some players from Tennessee's got some players from Florida. I bet y'all went and pillaged them.
No, I'm talking about if you only drafted or recruited from your state, your top states teams is going to be Texas, Pennsylvania,
the high capacity states.
Yes, California.
Florida's one of the top.
Yeah, they're in the top 10.
4.
Yeah,
They're top. No, I think they're top 5 for
they ain't top
population. 5. All right, you keep on.
They might be for population. I'm talking about how good at football.
Oh, what the hell are you talking about? Swamp people with swamp feet down there running around.
now if they could recruit the alligators, maybe.
Oh, please.
You know, the 90s was the convicts at Miami University.
Population by state.
Then it went to Florida. Florida got the convicts.
California, Texas, Florida's number 3.
Population. Yeah.
Population. So just based on numbers, if you just use it by numbers, Florida would always at least be number 3
in population.
California, I don't know if I think it would be Florida and Texas would be number 1 and number 2 every year.
Texas,
if they could only. Well, the reason. Oh, wait, hear me out.
Texas would be number 1.
California might have the most population, but they all into soccer because they're from south of the border.
Texas would be number 1. That's
you mean that? Yeah. Well, Texas would probably be number 1. I mean, well, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people from south of the border there too.
I don't care. Their high school football is bigger than most people.
They got it. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying if you start thinking about those numbers, see, then it's New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Ohio, Georgia. There's the numbers. I just looked it up. So that's what I'm saying. If you was only by population, Florida might be number 1.
No.
That's a possibility. If Florida could stop bleeding people off to Alabama and Louisiana and Tennessee.
Well, now that they can get paid,
Georgia,
it's more of an even keel. You know, your top schools like Alabama and all those.
That should never have been. College shouldn't. I know, but that should never been in college. It's
USC. They've been paying players for a long time. So now that everybody's kind of equal. You know, you can pay
I
this
don't-
player, pay that
I
player.
don't think the college should be allowed to pay. I think they should just be. I mean, maybe they should get the jersey sales revenue or something, you know, or
Well, they do now.
well, I mean, as I'm saying, it shouldn't be. Does the college do the colleges pay them?
I don't think so.
So the college shouldn't pay. They should just be rewarded for their, you know,
think
likeness and
I
rights.
think it's what they call their NIL deals, like with their shoes or their jerseys, or which I'm sure they get paid a little bit through college, but it's nothing like a pro player. So
I've been to California. It's probably half Mexican, so I don't think their football will be very good. Texas is probably about 40% Mexican. I don't think they're Florida. I mean, Florida's got a lot of Mexicans too, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but that would.
is it Mexicans or Cubans?
Yeah, they got Cubans down there, and they like baseball.
Puerto Ricans, baseball.
But just think about that in your college. If you could only recruit inside of your own state and stop, it would make college better. But
There's going to be 4 or 5 states that win it every year. Tennessee wouldn't have a shot.
no, they'd never
Kentucky
be
wouldn't
done.
have a shot. You know,
Oh, Kentucky, poor people up there, they're blue darters and all whatever. I'm sorry,
North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, states like that.
Wildcats, darters. Now darters in North Carolina. Never mind. There'd be a lot of
What?
people that would.
The Darters,
Isn't the blue darters? What the hell am I thinking?
the Tar Heels,
I don't know.
North Carolina Tar Heels.
Maybe I'm thinking of my old high school. I didn't even make it there either. By the way, I'm an 8th grade dropout.
Yeah, everybody can tell.
Yeah.
Well, we
I
went.
don't think people can.
We went sideways, didn't we? We went from
We-
national politics, local politics, to school shootings, to football.
Well, just think about the school shootings that the people can outrun and they play football.
You ain't outrunning that AR style bullet.
I don't know. If you can, you can be definitely going to college. Oh man, I don't know. That's morbid. Sorry, didn't mean to go there.
It was.
Anyway,
There's
God, I don't know.
Too many innocent people die for you to be that morbid.
So,
Well,
who would have seen that coming though from Columbine?
I think probably everybody's seen it coming.
No, I mean, who would have seen that Columbine would lead to, you know, Virginia Tech and all the follow up ones that followed? You know, sometimes they just ramp up more and more every year.
That's because the government wants total control of your guns, so they have to keep on so they can push the envelope.
But you remember they had the assault weapon ban there in Columbine. You know, so how'd that happen? Don't you,
You
we
cannot.
had to.
You can.
We had
regulate more.
Columbine happened. Columbine happened with some of the most restrictive gun control laws in place. Regardless, didn't matter.
You can
The same shit that Kamala and Trump talk about. Got to get more gun control. They had some of the most restrictive gun control in place when Columbine happened. So all you people that think gun control fixes it, no, it don't.
You cannot regulate morality. You cannot fix stupid. People are going to do what people does. You can put all the laws you want. You can say all the guns are banned and illegal, and they're still going to get the guns. You know, they don't come out and talk about the inner cities when they shoot and kill hundreds every day in these big cities with the handguns and stuff. The only thing they want is your assault rifles, because when the shit finally hits the fan and people have enough, they don't want you to have anything that's equal to them to fight back with.
You know, just like the insurrection where all the right wingers forgot to bring their guns to take the Capitol.
Yeah.
Whoops, I left those at home. Damn. Well, he's going to take the cap on. I left those at home. Shit. But I don't know. We just wanted to do a quick short update. I guess you'll be on here talking more about local in the future. Maybe.
Just remember, people, locally especially, get out and vote. If you live in Portland, we're at $52+ million in debt and counting. So if you want to keep going that direction, I guess keep the same people in there.
No, they will. They're sheeple. They don't know how to think for themselves.
I hope,
Nah.
I hope there's enough that does.
They don't. I don't think they do, man. Don't think they do. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll just. Are you done today, or
Yeah, hit the music.
hit the music? You want which music you want to hit and get out of here?
Not the same
Good.
one.
Not the same one. All right. See y'all later. Maybe Charlie before me. Later, everyone.